$1 met some girls from Guatemala, now they trying to holler.
Now before they wouldn't bother, now I'm trying to be a scholar, cause she giving all the knowledge to me.
Knowledge to me.
Doing homework every night of the week.
Night of the week.
Like she chillin' up at college with me.
College with me, but we cruising, man. Rolling up at 430. Kush same color as a Kobe Road jersey, or a throwback worthy. Giraffe ass high, fresh breeze just passing us by. Cause I'm cruising on a Sunday afternoon. I got my good shoes on, ain't got no bad news. Here's what you say to the lady. Let me squeeze you, oh, let me hold you, oh, let me squeeze you, oh, let me hold you. Why? Cause I don't wanna leave this party, baby, without you. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride.
Okay.
What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. So I arrive at a party at 9. I reside inside Sim. Think when we fly, time's on our side. But look again, then it's 11 p.m. Chalk it on the board. Time to sin. Let's begin. Hey, you're kinda cute, and I got the loot to befriend both you and your girlfriend too.
You single Tim Jones?
Well, that depends. Just then she turned to a friend and she said,
I really like him.
Say word.
I really like him.
Oh yeah.
I really, 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 really like him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JCT TV. I'm Papa T. As in always, it's a pleasure to welcome you into our world as you allow us into yours, because without you, there'd be no us. We would like to, as in always, opening up to extend a great big salutation to Big Al, the chief engineer in the back, making the magic happen. We also would like to give a great big shout out to the entire staff of Sky 13, as well as all of the other networks, DC TV, M&M TV, BCAT, and so forth, that is opening their doors to allow us to come in to join and be with you, to allow us to elevate and escalate one another's spirits with data that hopefully can suffice and be an addition to our lives and our lifestyles. We also like to give a great big shout out to Steve Medeiros, president over Sky 13, as well as Mike, Nate, and Colleen. Also to our own cast of the fruit, none other than Joe Carroll, and the outstanding CEO of Raise 'em Up Records, none other than Ken Hampton. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be addressing the topic this evening on the round table of none other than assertiveness and timidity. How's it going out there, Ken? Also, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into good to go, no go, and we're going to have some special throwbacks and coverages today of things from the past, present, and hopefully leading into the future. With that being said, I'm going to jump out your way and leave you with a throwback from the past that will come to you via the hands of Big Al. Big Al, make it do what it do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Papa T back at you once again here at JCT TV. We are down at Bowtie Cinemas here in New Haven, and today is actually the screening of the film No Regrets. We have outstanding performers. We're going to be moving the location and hearing some of the greatest sounds in the industry as Mike Flowers comes at you. We have a unique and special performance by none other than Danny of JDX. We're going to be speaking to him in a few minutes. And this is just a spectacular red carpet event, and we're glad to be on deck, making it do what it do as usual. See you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we have the outstanding CEO of JDX Studios, none other than Danny with us. Making it do what it do. How's it going, Danny?
It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Danny is always representing the sun, because he's always shining, always a smile, always positive. We have to reflect and manifest, yes?
Always. We are here today, and you know, as long as you're under the sun, perhaps it's a blessing.
Indeed.
And we got to live it to the fullness, and we got to remember. We got to remember the Creator, to give Him thanks and praise for putting us here for the purpose that He wants us to be there to shine for Him. So
every second of every day.
And that's the gift that He gives me, so I'm representing Him. So I always have to be looking ready for the part that I have to play on this earth.
You know, a lot of folks, they say, I'm taking it day by day, right? But the thing is, I believe that we should be taking it second by second.
Second by second.
Because every second of our life should be based on improving our life as well as those around us that the Creator brings into contact with us. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree with my life on it, because we do not even know what's ahead for 5 more minutes. So second by second, breath by breath, it is the gift, and to always remember that we are not living for ourselves, but we are living, as you said, Paps, to improve the ones that is around us. So we have to represent.
You know, there was a time and space where folks said, I want to be sure that I'm in a position before I take my last breath to actually ask for redemption from the Creator. But the thing is, if you're living second by second to improve your existence, then you are doing that and you don't have to worry about that. True or false?
True. One, Mr. Farrakhan always said, I love this man.
There you go. The honorable.
The honorable. I honor him, and I will give praise to Allah for sending such a voice in the wilderness to inspire us and encourage us as the forewarner of our nation, to let us know that our life belongs to the one who fashioned us in our mother's womb. Even before we were born, he knew us, and he knows the time and the minute. So the time that you're going to plan to make yourself ready, you should have never been thinking of making yourself ready, because your life belongs to him.
You know, I believe that our theme today, although we're here for No Regrets, the film, as well as our productions and performances, the theme is going to be DNA. Because in the very existence of our DNA, at the moment of conception, we knew 70% of what the father had and 30% of what the mother had. So the DNA was formulated, and we can only be a lot more of whatever the father was, or a lot less of whatever the father was. And I think it's time for us to come forth and manifest the truth on every degree, from the ground up, universally, round and about. Do you agree?
I agree.
If we do that, we'll have no regrets.
No regrets.
So, ladies and gentlemen, DNA, let's cover it, let's discuss it, and let's continue to build. It's a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.
It's always a wonderful day in the neighborhood with Papa T, with JCT TV. Big Al, shout out to you, and to Big Kent at the back there. We just come and show some love and support to our own brothers that is putting it together to make things happen for us. So folks, when you listen to this message, remember our responsibility to each other is to always hold the hand of the one that is trying his best to stand up.
The hand of the man. Ladies and gentlemen, success awaits us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the amazing roundtable with the charismatic and outstanding cast of The Few, and one to my direct left, your direct right out there in TV land, Joe C. Joe Carroll. How are you today, Joe?
Excellent.
And to my far left, your far right out there in TV land, none other than the outstanding, vibrant, and illuminous CEO of Raisement Record, Ken Hampton. How are you this evening, sir?
Pleasure. Excellent. Joe, I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know we do our best to always delightfully bring you creative information that astounds from terms that is brought to us hopefully through divine inspiration. And this week's subject matter is none other than assertiveness and timidity. Joe, you did a show the other night with a portion of the cast from the Mouths of the South via radio. So we're going to allow you to open up with this and have Ken jump in, bring his expertise, and move forward with tonight's broadcast.
All right. Well, I'll start off where I left off.
Okay.
With a point that I didn't get a chance to bring up on the radio. Okay. And we had been talking about assertiveness and timidity and how it ties in with aggression and humbleness and all that.
Okay.
And at the end, I was thinking, okay, I had a scenario in my mind where you have two people who are, they're assertive by nature.
Okay.
And they're in high-level positions, right?
Okay.
So you have two people, and they both have an agenda to accomplish something. Okay. You have to be assertive to get it done, right? Now, what happens when both believe so strongly that their idea is good? It's good for humanity, good for everything, just good. But you have the population divided. Some say this guy is wrong, some say this guy is wrong. So one's right, one's wrong, according to half of the population. And, you know, we were talking about assertiveness and timidity, and especially assertiveness, in terms of it being, it can be good because you have to be assertive to get something done. It can be bad because you can overdo it. You can overdo it and turn people off and become arrogant in the process and stuff like that. But like the example I was thinking of was Bill Gates promotes genetically modified crops. He's really into that. And his goal is food for the world, you know, end hunger, all this kind of stuff. So a noble goal, right?
Okay.
And then you have the other side that says, no, genetically modified things are not the way to go. It's ruining real food. So, you know, we can talk about it, the word itself, as being either good or bad, but then you get into the real world and you have a situation where both are, they can be looked at as good, but are they?
If I jump right in, those two words are some astounding words, number one. And what you were saying about, you know, assertiveness being something different, it can't be. Once you do something different, it's no longer the word anymore. It's something different. So assertiveness is what it is. Once you start doing something else, it's no longer assertiveness. It's what you just said. It's ego. It's pride. It's the things that now make it something different, because you can't take a word and what it means and change it to become something else, because it doesn't work.
Good point.
So anyone who's assertive at what they're doing, they're not necessarily at all egotistic. They're just really assertive for what they're doing. They have passion. They're doing what they do. But when you start throwing other things in it, now you're changing what you're saying. You're no longer being assertive anymore. You're becoming something different. So I believe God wants us to be assertive in what we do. Yes. And timidity, we should have that, to understand that in order to succeed, you have to be able to be humble in life, and know that it's not us, but it's God who worked through us to allow us to have those characteristics and attributes that we operate in. So, you know, like I said, I see the word is what it is. Once you change that, is no longer what it is originally said anymore. It's not that, it's something different.
Wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing.
Good point.
Because last week, you know, that our brother Ken was out in the field doing some amazing things that he do in order to keep the realms of Raising Up Records doing what it does, raising up the next generation of musicians, right? But the dynamics of terms and words, Joe opened up by telling you that once things are swung into motion, that it creates a certain element. And then Brother Ken came behind him to confirm that, but took it to another degree and let you know that, as with all things in life, it is what it is. Yeah. When we say make it do what it do, we literally mean that. We're not saying wait to see how it turns out, or wait to see what this one does or what this one does. Making it do what it does is a process of actually getting it done. So you still have to get it done. If I say, okay, I need my car washed by 12 p.m. this afternoon because I have a journey to go on, and when I come back, the car's not clean, washed, and shined, you tell me, yeah, I got all the ingredients and tools that I needed to get it done, but because I was waiting for my assistant to come and assist me so that it would really be shiny, it's going to take another half an hour. It's going to be 12:30 before it's actually done. Under no circumstances do I wish to hear that. So I know my Father don't wish to hear it. When he gave you the job to go forth as bold ambassadors, spread the word, and to raise up his nation, to open the doors that his kingdom may come and exist. Brother Ken brought up the term, he wasn't even here last week, humble. And that's in relation to timidity.
Yes.
Right? But the thing is, in humbleness and in all things, I want all of you folks to be correct, is there is no two right ways.
Right.
There is no two, well, there's a million wrong ways that you can do a thing. But there's only one right way. Right is right. Society cannot decide what is right or what is wrong. Our leaders cannot decide what is right or what is wrong. The design was created by the grand architect of the universe and said, this is good and this is bad. Exactly. So you're either doing good or you're doing bad. There is no in-betweens, no lukewarm, folks. You cannot straddle the fence. I'm going to toss this back because it's getting kind of hot.
Well, I see, Tim, you mentioned timid and humbleness together. And yeah, I think we talked about that, and they are a little bit connected, but timid is more fear, where being humble is not really, there's no fear in humility as far as I know. But timid kind of implies fear, a reserved holding yourself back out of fear. Being the opposite of assertiveness. You can be assertive when you are not fearful. You have confidence. You can go forward.
I want to say this, and we're going to come back, ladies and gentlemen, over towards Ken. But I like that, Joe, because timidity is humbleness brought on through fear. It is a fearful state of humbleness is what timidity is.
Okay.
Because you are in reserve, not because you wish to be there, but you are there because you have accepted. And acceptance is not the key to success. It's confidence that allows you to go about and achieve anything you wish to achieve. Whether it's aggressiveness or assertiveness or anything else, you have to have a certain level of confidence. And without that confidence, you are timid.
Yes.
Right.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over to some actual coverage from the Hoboken, some of the great interviews that Dr. Sue did actually at the Hoboken Film Festival, as well as our brother Ken. You saw him last week doing some of those interviews. And we'll be right back. Gentlemen.
Hello out there in JCT TV land. This is Ken. Welcome to Ken's Corner. There's another edition, and I have some amazing people here with me. I have Lynn from Chosen One Talent, and I have her son, an amazing DJ, model, entrepreneur. How y'all doing tonight?
Well, we are doing fine.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
And tell me who you are.
Brandon Siri. I'm actor, model. I'm only focused on music, but I know my mom. I'm supporting her for her acting and modeling, and she's part of Chosen One's talent agency, and she'll say more about that.
And I have the famous, and if it wasn't for this young lady right here, my artist Mike Flowers is one of the most talented young men you will ever meet. And it's because of her and her husband and Chosen One's talent that I got a chance to work with this amazing artist. Her name is Lynn and Chosen One's Entertainment. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Born and raised in Brooklyn. We are up here now in Orange County for the past 10 years and just started our agency for Christian talent called Chosen Ones. And we had stumbled across Mike and LaToya Flowers, fell in love with them right away, and thought it would be a great introduction to go over to this gentleman right here, Raise 'em Up Records. And since then, we've been raising them up.
How long have you been in business with Chosen One's Entertainment?
3 years now.
It appeared that you guys were doing it for a long time. You're so professional with everything that you guys do. I'm just in awe how great you guys are and all the stuff that you guys are doing. Now tell me.
Be the glory.
That's right. To God be the glory. And where's your other half right now?
My other half is presently guarding Louis Gossett Jr. at the moment. He needed a break from all the hoopla before he goes to receive his award for Lifetime Achievement.
Awesome. And here you have it. What we think, hey, Mike Flowers is in the building. Oh my goodness, come on over here. Put them down, come on over here.
Take a load off, Mike. Why don't you?
Whoa, here he goes. The man of the year just walked in here.
Blessings, man.
I want to say what's up.
to everybody out there. And this is the man of the hour, Mr. Mike Flowers. Tell the people a little about yourself.
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be here with these amazing people, awesome people, very diversified cultural people. I'm glad to be here. As you guys know or gonna know, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, and with this great man of God right here, this great man right here named Kenneth Hampton, of Raise 'em Up Records, CEO of Raise 'em Up Records. I'm here with my artistry. I'm here with my penmanship and production, just here celebrating life at the Hoboken Film Festival.
It's a even amazing night for you tonight as well. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about why it's amazing for you here tonight.
Well, truth be told, what we're doing, we're doing the music video. The music video is definitely it's going down. Shout out to the wife, Latoya J. Slash artist, slash writer, slash everything. Ask Latoya J. All of that. We're here definitely supporting because we have two things going on today, and that is, of course, one of the movies that we are here, of course, called Never Heard. With David Banner, right? Robin Givens, Romeo, Carucci, some great actors and actresses are here, and I got a song on that actual movie, and I'm glad to be here. And of course, this day we're premiering the new song, the theme song of the Hoboken International Film Festival called In the Building. I wrote that song, and definitely I have the lovely Latoya J, who actually featured on it as well. So we're here just celebrating and excited for what's about to
happen. Listen. There goes the other half of Chosen. Steve. That's the other half of Chosen One Entertainment.
Big show.
Listen, it's just an amazing time out here at JCT TV. Great people. These are my family. We just love it. We love Ken DeVecchio, his beautiful wife. They're doing amazing things. Listen, stay tuned. More Raise 'em Up Records, Composers Media Groups, Chosen Ones, Mike Flowers, Latoya J. Listen, we in the building, y'all. Raise 'em up, raise 'em up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As promised, we're still revved up here, and we are looking to actually continue on the subject matter. I would like to sort of bring it down just a slight notch, and as we do that, we're going to go into some of the things that Brother Ken has been doing in his absence to show you the dynamics of all things working hand in hand and how creativity brings about creativity. Tell them some of the things you've been doing, my brother.
Well, yeah, the Lord has allowed myself and everyone around me to always be assertive, and not to be timid. God did not give us the spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. So whenever I go out, I take that with me. The power of the Lord and the joy of the Lord is my strength. So whenever I go out, I can't be afraid. Timid is nothing that God would have me to be. He would want me to go out with the power that He's given me, and we're going out there and we just connecting with different individuals, industry people, and being true and sincere to who we are. Like never would I tell people, never do you have to change on who you are. Be who you are. If people don't accept you at who you are, then they're not meant to be with you. So right. So my thing is, and what God has for you is for you. So not being afraid or timid or for anything, but definitely be assertive and being aggressive to let people know this is where I stand. Like I'm not afraid. I'm here. So as God has been doing some things with we just finished up the Hoboken Film Festival, of course. We're definitely in the process of doing a festival here in Connecticut. We wanted to do it this year, but we know that for time's sake, we got to do it in God's timing. We don't want to rush anything because whatever we're doing, we want to give Him glory. We want to make sure that we do things right. So we will be doing the CT International Film Festival. It's still in progress, and these brothers right here are part of that process as well. Currently, I just got a new soundtrack for a new project with the same people we did with the Urban Movie Channel. So right now I'm actually looking for talent to submit for a new soundtrack that we have coming for a new feature film, as well as the projects that we have that are pending right now. So and like I said, we just stand on the grind with keeping ourselves out there, letting people know that we're here to raise up the next generation of leaders in the industry, and not just in the industry, but mindsets wherever we go, raising up a mindset to know that all things are possible to them that believe. Know that you're a gift to this life, and the greatest gift is giving of yourself to others. So when you give of yourself to others, that's the greatest gift that you can give. So that's what we're here for. We're here to give of ourselves.
Indeed. So when we say assertiveness in regards to what you do when you're in the field, I mean, I've seen you in action, and timidity. Which would you say was the greatest factor of assertiveness that you have utilized in order to bring some of the disconnected aspects of the industry into the whole that you're working on right now?
Well, like I said, for myself, even as a young man, God had placed something in me where, you have people who are relaxed, and you have some people that are outgoing. My spirit has always been an outgoing spirit, so it makes it easy for me, where some people may have to work on that, and it's just in me. So for myself, never being afraid, even as a young man, I remember when I wanted to find out how to get in the industry, I searched, I looked. I remember looking on the back of the records, and looking at the addresses, up there, and looking that up and calling the labels at the time.
Resourceful.
Yeah. Like there's got to be a way to get to where you got to go, and it's seeking knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Like when you seek something, you're gonna find something. If you're not seeking, you're not expect. And people who are really timid, they're afraid of the unexpected. And like I said, God didn't give us that spirit of fear. Indeed. The fear is of the enemy. He wants us to think that we can't. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Anything that we want is already in us. Our accomplishments, our failures, everything that we go through is already in us, is what we allow to come out. So my thing is what I got to lose.
Indeed.
I know. Indeed. And another thing is people hate rejection. People hate rejection. But if you don't get rejection, you won't even understand how accomplishments is really all about. And understanding the greatness in something saying no, because that strives you to say, listen, you might say no, but I'm going to get to where I got to go.
Without adversity, you will never know accomplishment.
Absolutely.
Because with the seed of every adversity comes a seed of equivalent or greater benefit to those who maintain a positive mental attitude. So how would you implement a positive mental attitude into an individual who has become the subject of timidity to sort of catapult them at a rapid pace? What would be your process to do that? And you find the timidity in the industry at all times, because you see the person who's aggressive, they out there, they're mingling, they shaking hands and they whispering in their ears, and then you see the person who's laid back, but they have the ambition, but the drive just won't let them do it because they don't have that. Stop it, Joe. Talk to us.
Talk to me. Once again, we have to step out of self.
Indeed.
We have to step out of how we feel about ourselves, and the fear will choke you up. The unexpected. A lot of people don't like to deal with something unexpected because they don't know. But faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You got to believe without a shadow of doubt. If God has created you and put you in a situation that you have everything that you need to do it. It's just opening your mouth and saying, listen, and you may be afraid, but stepping out in that fear and overcoming. Let your faith override your fear, because fear would choke you. It would keep you stagnant. And like I said, for myself, only thing someone can say to me is no.
Indeed. You know, the PMA that we're speaking about, that positive mental attitude, that's what gives you the confidence to know that, as you said, all of these things are within you, so you can bring them out. You will be exposed to others, and others will be exposed to you, and that's what we call networking. So the thing is, if you are a bold ambassador and just step out of yourself, a lot of people say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to make this happen, but in God's time. But the thing is, they're in their own way because they haven't let go and said, okay, Lord, let's go get them. I know you are the leader. You are the sufficer.
Right.
You will open those doors. You will make that person say yes if it's meant to happen, because it's going to be great. And you know I'm going to give you the honor. You understand?
Absolutely.
But the thing is, get out of your own way. Stop attempting to do everything yourself. If I tell you, okay, we're going to go over here, we're going to do this event right here, and you say you have no money and you have no venue, you have nothing, what do you mean you're going to do this right here? That's not going to happen. So the person don't know. They start to pull out their hair if they're in association with you because they don't know how it's going to happen. But I already know it's going to happen.
Right.
Because I'm putting him in front. Let's go.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ride your back. I talk to people all the time about those two footprints. Right? And when there's only one set, the gentleman had to say, well, Lord, what about them times that you abandoned me, you left me? You know what I'm saying? That's why I struggled over there. No. Those are the times I carried you. So I'm saying I'm with you, the grand architect of the universe. Who else do I wish to be with? I'm with you. Take me where we need to go.
That's right.
Stop with all the me, and the I, and make it into some we, some us,
right.
and let's get it done.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to toss it to Joe because he's just been here, just looking and acknowledging and confirming. So we have 160 seconds left on the ticker before we go over to some coverage from further coverage from HBIFF, Hoboken Film Festival, ladies and gentlemen. So Joe, take us
I've got to talk fast, which is not my nature, but here we go. What Ken said there was pretty good about, now I forgot, but I wanted to say that being assertive or giving is being assertive. And it ties in with exactly what you said. God made us in a certain way. He wants us to be assertive.
Yes, sir.
And it's something I have to get used to because I am the opposite, what you were talking about before. You were saying you were this way, and then there's the opposite. That's me. So I have to learn, I have to develop a certain ability to be assertive in my life. Understanding, like Papa T was just saying, that it's us, Heavenly Father and me, not just me, which I think I've had a tendency to do, wanting to please my Father, but not, bringing him in my life with me. So that's something to think about.
Indeed. Don't be the individual that took that one talent and buried it and thought that they was going to have some pride come from the Father. You have to go out there and be fruitful and multiply. You have to make it happen. You just got to get out there and make it do what it do. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these great interviews.
Hey, kids!
Dr. Sue, how you doing?
Always great to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Wow, the last time we were together was when we were on the air at JCT TV.
Absolutely.
Doing my Real Romance show.
Absolutely.
And here we are at the Hoboken International Film Festival.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to have you guys, JCT, come on to represent straight out of Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut. They're doing great things out there at JCT TV. I'm a co-host on the show. It's an honor for me to be on the show with Papa T and Josie Carroll and Dr. Sue. She's always coming up on the show and making great appearances. She's doing a lot of amazing things herself. Like I said, I'm just honored to be here with Raise 'Em Up Records and the whole Hoboken International Film Festival, Ken DeVecchio. A couple of great things that are going on tonight. One, our artist Mike Flowers, he should be here soon. We created the theme song for the Hoboken International Film Festival.
All right.
That will be premiering tonight.
All right.
Here at the festival. Also, I work with the director, Josh Weber, for a project that's screening tonight as well called Never Heard, with Robin Givens, David Banner, a whole host of people. My company, Raise 'Em Up Records, is doing the soundtrack for the motion picture of that movie that's premiering tonight as well. So there's a lot of great things happening here. So
I'm fine. I just ate some walnuts.
It's okay.
I ate those nuts and my throat is a little dry. It's a pleasure to see you. Listen, we're going to be on the air together soon.
Absolutely.
Because remember, we did Real Romance. Well, I'm developing Real Romance as a game. Yes, it's going to be a game, Real Romance, and we're going to be on the air at JCT, and we're going to play it. You're going to play the game. I'm inviting you right now to come on the air and play the game.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll be there.
You'll be there. All right. So this is great to see. I love your jacket. I love the glitter. I got my glittery dragon. I got my blue. Here we are.
Always got the nice ensemble.
Here we go. Let the stars shine. Let the JCT stars shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We hope that you have enjoyed the show thus far this evening. And as in always, we want you guys to keep abreast of the websites, of the social media pages, and find out where these great gentlemen is going to be. I'll do my best to be there if possible, and draw on some of this positive energy, because that's why we do what we do, even when we go out into the community to do these events. A lot of people see it as simply entertainment, but if entertainment has to be the draw or the worm we put onto the hook in order to draw you nearer to the truth, then so mote it be. But with that being said, I'm going to toss it out there to see if there's anything these gentlemen would like to say in closing out today's topic and moving into good to go. Gentlemen.
I just think, we were just talking about assertiveness, timidity, and, Ken was saying how he has a certain assertiveness by nature. I have a certain timidness by nature. And yet, I was just thinking, I'm timid around you guys when you start talking about the entertainment industry, because I don't really know much about it.
Okay.
Now, we start talking about nutrition and different things concerning health, and then I would be up here. I would feel like I was above you.
And I don't mean to cut you off. Hold on one second. But ladies and gentlemen, that's why we always tell you here at JCT Productions that when we address the entertainment industry, it's all entertainment to us. Whether it's ministries talking about religion, whether it's politics, whether it's sports, whether it's music, acting, or so forth, whether it's nutrition, whatever it is, bring it to the platform and let's get it to the people, because we're going to make sure that you tell them the truth. And that's exactly where Joe's passion is in health and nutrition.
Right.
So you can apply that to everything that you do in life. Even when we're talking about the entertainment industry, it's all entertainment.
Right.
That's true. Good point.
But go ahead, conclude.
No, that's it. That's basically it. I have a certain assertiveness when it comes to that. I become emboldened, and I've been looking for that in other areas of my life, all my life. When I was young, I used to kind of preach, and I got rejected so much that I think I just gave up, and something happened along the way. So now it's trying to get that back, have the real faith that allows me to be assertive in other things, because it's not just health that I'm interested in.
Indeed. Take it with you everywhere you go. Health, that's teaching the Lord.
That is your start to conducting conversations about different things. Is if that's where you start at, health is where you would start at, and you would bring that in, and then you open up doors for everything else. Right. For myself, entertainment is where I'm at, and so I come in the door, using that as the platform to build, talking about the Lord, and because number one is all about giving. My thing is all about giving of myself, and that I may be able to help someone by giving them a word, because it's all about, for me, it's all about ministry, but I use entertainment as a platform to be able to minister to people. So health is what you use as the means, resource, the platform to minister to people. And you use that, and then you can take that, and then you can start talking about anything, because once you got people's attention, they'll listen.
Well, that's true, actually, because remember in the meetings I used to do that, I would bring God into the picture because of the phenomenal thing that this body is, and how it can't exist and can't move and can't function without that source of energy. Mm-hmm. So I try to get it in there.
Don't try it. See that you're still using that word. I'm about to call you on it. Stop using that word.
I'm getting it in there.
And the thing is, Joe, in health and all, when we say assertiveness, how should people be asserting themselves to become healthier? How they should no longer be timid and become that couch potato and become obese and all the things that is unhealthy, negative to this human flesh, right? You're supposed to kick in with that right there. Don't follow behind anything other than the Lord. Take the Lord. You said when you put the Lord first, then you always were successful in your speeches and everything else. Do that every time, because that's what he has brought you here for, to this platform. to do what you do. Ken is here to tell them about the entertainment industry and how they can assert themselves so that they can raise him up. You understand? And you must do the same, how you can utilize health and fitness and nutrition to raise him up by raising yourself up. You understand? Raising this flesh up to the degree that it no longer submit to the things of its lower self, but its highest self, which is serving him, right? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this evening's conversation on assertiveness and timidity, but we are now heading over to that balance of the show, that good to go, no go, and the gentleman's qualified here definitely to talk on that music level. Our first artist is none other than Hassan. You've seen him here, you've seen him at some of our events, 6-time winner of 106 in Park. First artist on the deck, Hassan.
No one likes the rainy days. I know that they don't last forever. I'm hoping that you understand. To give you my heart just wasn't the plan. And with the promise that you made, I know that we could stay together. But I'm hoping that you understand. To give you my heart just wasn't the plan.
Next to you, sexual, protecting you. Do what I gotta do. Change the way, man. Again, come on, stomach again. Show you, side, ride.
Wow, okay, we're going to toss this one over to Brother Ken and let him get started with it.
I'll start off with the music. I really like the music, the melody. Production was good. His vocals seem a little distant. And her vocals seems a little out of pitch. Overall, it was a good song. I think it could be a really good song if they, work on the mix on his vocals, bring it out closer, and then maybe trying her in another key that she's, because she sounded a little bit off. Other than that, I like the song. I thought it was a really good song. I think it could be something, something that I can use for a project. So I'm gonna give it a good to go, but I just recommend that they, do some work on that.
Outstanding.
Yeah, exactly. My sentiments exactly. I was feeling like, gee, where, the vocals, like speak up or something like that. Maybe he was feeling a little timid that day. But yeah, the music was nice. One question I had though was, it had a really nice beginning and then suddenly, boom, with the drums. And then the drums seemed to recede too, the sound, the volume. It was just that first 1-2 shot or something that seemed loud. So that kind of, I had a question about that. But overall, I give it a good to go for the same reasons. And I think that my feeling is his vocals should have been more prominent. They should have been up front because you could hear her more than him. Maybe in headphones it would be different. But, this is a record, so we're talking about, being up front with your vocals. Good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm give it a good to go straight out the gate. Usually by the time that it gets to me, these gentlemen have more or less covered the ground. But the only thing I'm going to say in adding to that is basically what they said, just reiterated another way, is that the background vocalist, her voice was overpowering, and the feature artist, that his voice was a little bit more subdued than it should have been.
Yeah.
So with those two elements worked on, as these gentlemen alluded to, I believe we definitely can have something there. Mm-hmm. So definitely a good to go, no go. Well, with that being said, our next artist up is Julian Cannonball Adderley. toss that to Joe Carroll.
Okay, I was thinking about how sound affects me. And I think it affects each one of us differently. In other words, sounds can elicit images or feelings or whatever. And certain types of sound can actually bring tears to my eyes or just give me goosebumps or whatever. Jazz, I have a very hard time relating to. The sound just doesn't do it for me. But when it's in a certain context, then it does something for me, or I can appreciate it more. This particular song, I think I'd have to hear the whole thing to be able to relate to it at all. I can only give it a good to go from the standpoint of their technical ability. It was done very well. It was recorded very well. They were tight. They were sharp. I mean, it was done well. It didn't do anything for me emotionally or anything. It was, and I'd say I have to hear the whole thing because it was just the kind of like the blues progression there, repeated over and over again. I was waiting for it to go somewhere else, and I was waiting for it to even go to the third chord. All I could hear were the two chords. You know, the progression goes 1-4, 1-4, 1-5. I was waiting for the 5 chord, and I never heard it. So personally, I can't give it a good to go. From a technical standpoint and how well it was done, a good to go, and I know that Cannonball Adderley he's good, so good to go overall.
Okay, so was it good to go, no go?
Good to go
okay.
overall.
I'm
Personally,
no go. I'm going to pass this to Brother Kid.
When I listened to it, number one, I was visualizing the movie Harlem Nights.
Okay.
And I can see that music being played in the Kit Kat Club. So a jazz, that kind of jazz isn't something that I personally listen to on a regular basis, but I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it in its essence at its time, and it's in the right place. So I definitely give it a good to go. The quality, everything was great. I can definitely see that in a jazz setting. Absolutely, people just enjoying themselves. I can see the zoot suits and everybody just laid back and just enjoying it. What I did hear is I could hear a vocalist. I could hear vocalists in it doing some scat. I could hear that in it. But overall, I give it a good to go. I think it was really great piece in its content.
Positive. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm definitely rocking with a good to go. Knowing the sounds of Julian Cannonball Adderley, that he knows how to do his thing. And as Joe said, that he said he needed to hear more of it because it was just more or less. It appeared to be an interlude, a long interlude to me. Yeah. But it was repetitive, but very well produced technically and so forth. So I have to give it a good to go, and there's nothing more to add to the subject matter other than what the gentleman here brought to the table. Last and finally, we have A.B. Money. A.B. Money, as you all know, author of over 40 plus platinum albums. And now he's actually finally getting an opportunity to utilize his own vocals. So next up, A.B. Money.
You can't have me, I'm too young for you. That's what she said. By
I'm gonna throw this all the way over to Brother Ken. Brother Ken.
Right off the rip, I just love the way I'm from the hip hop era, and I could just appreciate the samples that they utilize, and then actually kind of like using the melody from that old school song, and really the artist, kind of using that as the melody, as the way he sang that as well. So I think it was an amazing piece. I definitely would like to hear more of that. I give it definitely a good to go. Absolutely.
Joe Carroll.
Yeah, same here. Again, when it comes to affecting me emotionally or whatever, that moved me. And I liked the guy's voice. I thought he had an excellent singing voice. In other words, it had a certain individuality to it. It wasn't just technically good. I wanted to listen to him sing. And I think even live he would be much better, much more enjoyable. Overall, the production was excellent. I definitely give that a good to go.
Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, definitely a good to go. Once again, because Brother Ken is from the hip hop era, this is AB Money. They are a part of the team that started hip hop in the Bronx with Kool Herc, Kool Keith, Easy Mo B, and all of those gentlemen. That's AB Money.
I remember his name too.
Yes, definitely good to go, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, this concludes Good to Go, No Go for the evening. I hope this has brought about a balance in your life this evening in regards to the subject matter, because I know it did it for me, right? So I'm just going to leave it on the table right here. If anyone would like to say anything in closing and leaving the roundtable set for today, as far as like websites or contact information that folks can continue to be in accord with us during the course of the week. Anybody?
I would just like to say, everybody out there, please come visit us at raisemuprecords.com and join our mailing list and to get update information on the things that are coming up. A lot is going to be going on here in Connecticut in the near future. So, we just want everyone out there to tune in and come to, go to raisemuprecords.com and keep seeing what we're up to. And if you need to email us info@raisemuprecords.com. That's info@raisemuprecords.com. And like I said, we want to do some amazing things in Connecticut, and we need you guys to be a part of it, because it starts here.
Exactly. Joe?
Yeah, I just want to say that I would hope that everyone would really take these words to heart, the topic words, and do what we do here. Get together with other people, friends, whatever, discuss them, and you might end up having a therapy session like I had today with these guys. So it can be very powerful. And I've been saying this now almost every time, like on the radio show and stuff like that. It's like, it's just such an opportunity to grow personally. And so by doing that, you not only get a deeper understanding of words, but understanding other people and how they view the words and how it relates to you, and it all ties in to that we're one giant family. And that's the bottom line, we're one family, we're related because we have the same Father, the same Creator. And discussing these words it just makes that come alive to me. So that's what I would say. Do this like we do it here.
Amen.
Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, constant and never-ending improvement. Improve yourself daily, hourly, minute to minute, and second, and you'll be doing the Lord's will. Take out the I's and put in the we's, and we'll be fine. Success awaits us. Gentlemen, it's been great.
Yes,
outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with our pleasure that we have been invited into your world this evening. Please invite us back next week. Invite a friend or two, and let those friends invite others. And hopefully, collectively together, we can continue our movement on this planet to bring back peace, harmony, and above all, love. With that being said, as in always important, we say success awaits us. Keep it coming, folks. See you same time next week.
Two-tone L-E-L-N-E-S-S-N. Yes, we are the very best. $7 popping collars, eating shrimp by the dollar. Met some girls from Guatemala, now they trying to holler. Now before they wouldn't bother, now I'm trying to be a scholar, cause she giving all the knowledge to me. Knowledge to me. Doing her work every night of the week. Night of the week. Like she chilling up at college with me. College with me, but we cruising, man. Rolling up at 430. Kush same color as a Kobe Road jersey. Oh, a throwback worthy. Giraffe ass high. Fresh breeze just passing us by. Cause I'm cruising on a Sunday afternoon. I got my good shoes on. Ain't got no bad news. Here's what you say to the lady. Let me squeeze you. Oh, let me hold you. Oh, let me squeeze you. Oh, let me hold you. Why? Cause I don't wanna leave this party, baby, without you. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. Okay. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. So I arrive at a party at 9. I reside beside Sim. Pick 'em fly. Time's on our side. But look again, then it's 11 p.m. Chalk it on the board. Time to sin. Let's begin. Hey, you kinda cute, and I got the loot to befriend both you and your girlfriend too.
You single Tim Jones?
Well, that depends. Just then she turned to a friend and she said,
I really like him.
Say word.
I really like him.
Oh yeah.
I really